Thanks for joining me. You can start in child's pose. If child's pose isn't comfortable, you can start in a prayer pose with the hips lifted and the head resting and the elbows resting. You may want blocks at the front of your mat and a pillow because we'll be doing pigeon later. So if you'd like that under your hip in pigeon. Take a few moments to center, to drop in and relax. Inhaling and exhaling, lengthening out the breath, noticing anything in the body, noticing your energy level. Allowing and accepting how you feel right now. And slowly making your way over onto one side, lifting up the torso and bringing the arms to one side, letting the head rest. And then walking through center and over to the other side. Keeping the breath long. And coming back to center, make your way up into a tabletop position. And we'll do a couple of cat-cows here, starting with cat pose, drawing the belly in, rounding the spine. Even getting a stretch at the back of the neck as you tuck the chin. And then letting the belly drop, lifting the tailbone, lifting the chin, stretching it forward. Moving through a couple more of those in your own time with your breath. And after you finish your next one, come to a neutral spine and draw one knee in towards the chest. Tuck the chin, you're doing a little cat here, and then stretch the leg out behind you, lifting the chin. Good. Good. Flowing with the breath as you inhale, lengthen, and exhale your cat spine. One more time, inhale, and exhale. And lower the knee, and draw the other knee in, cat spine. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round the spine. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Lower the knee to the mat. And from here, curl the toes under, lift up into a downward facing dog. Rock yourself forward and back so the shoulders come over the wrists. And then your hips back as you bend the knees nice and deep to stretch the spine. Just warming up the hips and the shoulders. And then from here, let's walk up to the top of the mat. Have your feet wider than shoulder distance and bend the knees here. We'll do a little ragdoll fold. You can grab opposite elbows. Just let the head and the spine really drape over the legs. Just shaking the head out, nodding the head yes and no. And then taking the hands outside of one leg, a nice little twist here, keeping the hips stable. And then come back to center. You can keep the spine round here as you come up slowly and pull the belly in to support the spine. The last thing to come up is the head. And as you arrive, just do a couple of shoulder circles forward, up, back, and down. Good. Have the feet more hip distance apart here. And as you inhale, raise the arms up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. As you press down into the heels of the feet, and then over to one side, and then a side stretch to the other side. Inhale, come up, stretch up and down at the same time. Really engage the legs. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, open up. And as you exhale, you can bend the knees here and come back into a forward fold. Just allowing the hamstrings to open up. Just gently, and then lower the hands to the floor or blocks. Step one leg back, bring the knee to the floor. I'm gonna grab my blocks. We're just gonna go, and you can pad the knee with your pillow here if it feels tender at all, and just kind of forward and back to help warm up that hip. Finding a flow with the breath. Good, one more time. And then move the blocks out of the way, or you can keep the one that's opposite of the leg that's forward. Lift the back leg up, finding a nice twist here. And then exhale, lower down, lower the knee down, and take the leg back into downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. You can walk out your dog. Still warming up the body, letting the body just open up naturally and easefully. And then from here, we're gonna step the opposite leg forward, bring the knee down to the floor, grab the blocks if you're using them, and forward and back for this hip. A nice deep breath, warming up the body. So you don't want this to be too much of a stretch, just letting that hip find some motion, get hydrated. And then from here, keeping the hand on the block if you want to, the opposite hand, lift the leg, and a nice twist on this side. Deep inhale and exhale. Lower the hand. We're going to step forward to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine. As you inhale and exhale, fold. This time with a long spine, come all the way up and find your stretch. And then side to side stretch. And lower the hands. Inhale, open up. Find a little arch in the spine. Exhale and fold. Good, lower the hands, step your right leg back. Bring the knee to the floor, raise the arms up. Breathe in and out. Lower the hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward, bring the knee to the floor, release the back toes, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, lower the hands, curl the toes under, step forward. Inhale, come all the way up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up, and get a nice stretch side to side. Inhale, and then exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, open up, and exhale, fold forward. Good. Bring the hands to the floor, step back to downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up. As you exhale, bring the knee in, round the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and this time step the foot through, lower the back heel, and open up into warrior two. Looking out over the front fingertips, rooting down into the heels of the feet. The spine is long, the shoulders relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Good, reach forward and grab a block if you'd like to, or place the elbow on the thigh, extended side angle pose. Long on the right side of your body, all the way to the fingertips. And then inhale, come on up, scoot the back foot forward, reach forward, coming into triangle pose. Drawing the belly in, resisting the urge to arch the spine here, using your legs for strength. And then lower the hand down, bring the back knee down, and you can use your blocks here to rest on. We're gonna bring the elbows to the floor or the blocks. It's a nice deep opening lizard pose for that hip, but you want to be careful not to push and just let gravity work and open up the muscles, let them relax naturally. You'll feel a nice deep stretch through the front of that right thigh as well. Not forcing, just simply letting go. Good, bring the hands back to the mat, move the blocks out of the way, step back. As you're ready, into down dog. And then lift the right leg up, bring the knee in round the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, this time step the foot through, lower the back heel, open up into warrior two. Rooting down through the heels, softening the shoulders, looking out over the front fingertips. Reach forward, coming into your extended side angle pose. And taking your breath nice and deep, letting the weight drop down into the front heel, especially. Good, and then coming up, scoot the back foot in, and then reaching forward into your triangle pose. A couple of deep breaths there. Strengthening the legs, keeping the neck neutral. Deep breaths. Lower the hands to the floor, bring the back knee down, stack up your blocks, coming into lizard pose on the side. Letting the mind be focused on the breath, sending the breath to the areas of the body that are expanding, stretching. Good. Carefully lower the hands down, move the blocks out of the way, and step back into down dog. We're moving into pigeon pose. We'll start with the left leg again. Stretch the leg up, open up the hip this time, bend the knee, and draw circles in space with your knee, and then the other direction. Stretch the leg up nice and high, and as you exhale, bring the knee through into pigeon pose. My heel comes pretty close to my leg, but some people can actually take their leg out this way. My knee doesn't like that very much. And you can pad the hip with the pillow if you'd like to here, and just find a nice, comfortable way to rest your head, maybe on your hands stacked. You can use a block, keeping the hips somewhat square, and really letting go here, dropping in, softening, staying here for at least 8 to 10 breaths, lengthening out the breath. letting go, releasing tension, and softening. And carefully making your way out of that. And as you do, you can just come into a nice child's pose or prayer pose before we move on to the other side. Take as much time as you need to. You may want to cycle through a down dog and plank and switch to the other side when you're ready. Right leg comes up, opening up the hip, bend the knee, circles with that knee in space, and then the other direction. Inhale, stretch the leg up nice and high, and as you exhale, bend the knee through between the hands. It just wants to be all about the hip here. So however you need to make that happen, stack the hands, rest on a pillow, dropping in and softening. Slowing down the breath. And feeling free to stay there as long as you'd like to, or moving the pillow out of the way. We're going to go ahead and move into savasana. Just letting the body rest. You can bring the knees in and roll side to side if you want to. Do whatever you need to do to prepare for a nice, relaxed Shavasana. Inhale. And as you exhale, releasing and softening. And thank you for joining me. Namaste.